Okay, we're gonna do an unboxing today. Pretty excited about this product here. I'm gonna give it my honest opinion when I open it up, everything about it. The Grecell 2400W Portable Power Station. Looks like we got a little bag here of some sort. Manual. Looks like we got some cords right here. Looks really nice. It's pretty heavy though. This is a bunch of batteries in here. So they're lithium ion batteries. Looks like there's some vents over here, possibly for a fan, maybe to cool it down. So this is a DC power station. Also can put out an AC, true sine wave. And here's your AC ports here. Got some nice rubber bottom. So I mean, this ain't not gonna slide very easy, but got an overload reset there. It looks like here you also have your AC input to be able to charge this. So you're gonna have your AC outlets, 4800 watt peak, and then you're basically gonna have 2400 watt output. So there is a 2-hour fast charging capability. It actually charges a little bit faster than that. And you can also charge it slowly if you're not in a hurry. It's obviously not gonna use as much power to charge it, and it's not gonna get as hot. So you can charge it super fast or slow. So you can use this for outdoor camping, RV travel, any kind of an emergency use. So this also has a UPS feature, which is very neat. That stands for uninterrupted power supply. I'm just gonna use an example here. Let's say I have a refrigerator that I need to make sure has power at all times, so you don't have meat falling out or anything like that. You're gonna plug your refrigerator into one of these AC outputs, and then you're gonna plug this device into the wall. So it's gonna constantly keep a nice charge on it. If your power ends up going out, this will automatically kick on immediately and then start running the refrigerator. There is little to no glitch in it whatsoever. Like the refrigerator wouldn't even know what happened. So they also claim that this can charge an electric vehicle in an emergency situation. Now I don't have an electric vehicle to be able to try that out on, but that's pretty cool. So you can charge this in a couple of different ways. You can do the AC, grid, electric. You can charge this with that, and you can also charge this with solar panels. I can't wait any longer. How about we just go ahead and turn this on and see what happens. So we got a nice LCD screen right there. So the very first thing that we're gonna do, and only because I'm running out of battery on my iPad, is I want to AC charge the iPad. So obviously this is like this basically converts it to DC, but I just want to try out an AC port first. I think that's pretty cool. We're gonna see if it draws any power once you plug that in. So nothing yet. And you can see your output wattage here. The input wattage is basically gonna be you charging your portable power station here. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in now, and we're gonna hit this AC output button right here. So I heard a relay click on the inside, and I now have a charge light on my iPad. And it looks like it's sitting here calculating the hours. It's in between 18 and 19. The watt output is so little, it's not even registering. I'd imagine that it's not taking very much whatsoever to charge this iPad. Okay, so another thing that I'm gonna do here just for fun, since we're now charging it with AC, let's go ahead and turn that off and plug it into DC. I'm curious to see if the watts might change or the hours that we have left in the battery will change. I'm gonna turn that off. I heard a click again. There's a relay inside that clicks on and off. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this. We're gonna pull this out, plug it into my USB-C here. Got it plugged in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on here with this silver button. Okay, so we're putting out 16 watts and it's saying 43 hours. So it's obviously way better to charge your iPad or any of your devices using the actual DC output than the AC. So there's a good little test for anybody who might have been interested in that. So that's pretty cool. So while I got it sitting here and while it's charging, I want to see if I can charge this device while it is still charging my iPad. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So right now it's charging right at 1200 watts. So that's going to be the fast charge. As you can see there, the estimated time to charge is about 67 minutes right now. So also wanted to clarify that my iPad is still charging, so it does not shut off these charging ports as you're charging this Grecell portable power station.
Okay, so we just got back from a week-long family camping trip in Florida, and we took this with us, the portable power station from Grecell, and I am so impressed. So we used it for a couple small things here and there just to try it out. We aired up some bike tires, did some other little things, but then we actually had a storm in Florida and we were there and we lost power in the campground for a little bit, and we turned this on and it powered our entire camper, the freezer, the microwave, everything, the fridge, with no problem. The air conditioning even kept running. So anyway, we still have the camper out. We have not put it under the lean-to yet since we got back, because I wanted to have James hook this up to the camper and show you guys how it works and how it powers the camper, because this is a game changer. As a lot of you know, we lived in our camper for an entire year while James and I built our own farmhouse. And if we would have had this when we were living in the camper for power outages or anything, this would have, again, just been life-changing. So anyway, let's get to it. I've talked enough. Let me show you what it can do inside the camper.
So I want to go ahead and start out by saying that every camper typically has an RV deep cycle battery. Ours is bad. We want to add that in here because this will power everything that the DC battery would normally power. So basically, we're going to hook this up to the camper, and you're going to have every capability that you would normally have plugged into a normal AC power supply from the grid. So you're going to be able to do everything: pull out your room, your awning, stabilize your camper. You're going to have lights, your refrigerator, your air conditioner. Now, this is all a battery, essentially, inverter, converting it to AC. So obviously, when you turn the air conditioner on, you're going to take away some of the battery time, but we're going to show you all that on here. Perfect for power outages, or if you even have solar panels connected to this to where it's charging whilst you're running it, it's going to be excellent. Okay, so as you can see, we're on the back side of the camper right here. You can see my plug setup. I do have to have a little bit of converter for a 30 amp plug down to a 20 amp plug. So that way you can plug it right in here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to turn this on. Okay, so we got a 100% battery supply here. We have our AC output on right now. This is actually pushing AC into the camper, and it's telling me that I have about 37 to 38 hours of usage time with this portable power station. So right now we're going to go in and we're going to start turning some things on, and we'll come back out here and see what the time is and how much wattage we're actually using. So each camper has an AC to DC inverter. And so what that does is it takes the AC voltage from outside and it actually converts it to DC, and that's how you have DC lights in here. And we don't, because I gotta come over here and turn it on there. So actually I'm using AC and it's converting it back to DC to give me these lights. That's how every camper works, and that's why you can typically use these lights with just a battery hooked up to your camper. We don't have that battery, but we're using that one outside. So right now I want to show that we have AC. You can see here that we have a microwave hooked up. You can see that it's on. And I'm just going to go ahead and put 30 seconds on that. That portable power station is actually running this microwave right now.
Sweet.
So while that's running, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the air conditioning and see what happens. You should hear the compressor and the fan kick on in just a second. Microwave's still running. This machine is amazing. So let's go outside and see how much watts we're actually pulling with just the air conditioning on. The microwave just shut off.
And the light.
So the compressor and the fan that's running, it should use quite a bit of current.
Especially because this thing is in full sun. There's obviously no shade here. It doesn't run near as much when it's in shade, but when it's in the sun, it runs constantly.
So we're pulling about 1,500 watts here out of this machine here. You can actually already hear the fans on. That's keeping it running. Right now it's telling us that it's going to run that air conditioner for about 70 minutes, which is pretty impressive. I mean, that's just a battery right there, converting it to AC, running my camper. So in a situation like this, you know, obviously having air conditioning is really nice when you're in hotter climates, but if you don't have to have that air conditioning running, you can power this camper for almost a couple of days. So we're going to go in here and turn on the refrigerator now. We're going to see if we can max out the wattage on this machine. We're back out here. We're pulling about 1,600 watts. It's saying we're good for about 58, 60 minutes there. Almost 1,700 watts. So I'm going to yell in at Courtney to tell her to turn on the refrigerator. Babe, go ahead and turn on the fridge. Yep. So we're essentially running the entire camper right now. Oh, there we go. That compressor just kicked on for that fridge. We got 2,000 watts that we're pulling. So we've almost maxed this out. Turn on a light.
What?
So she's gonna turn on a few lights. And we're pulling a little bit more wattage. So we're putting out 2,000 watts right now. That's quite a bit of power for a battery powered power station here. So that's pretty impressive. And we've got 45 minutes of runtime. So that's not a whole lot of runtime, but realistically, if you've lost power or you're off grid, you're not going to be using the luxury of air conditioning for too long. You could use it just to cool the camper down, and then maybe have some solar panels to power up the portable power station. So, but there it is. That's the Grecell H2400. Stay tuned to be able to watch more of this, because we're going to be building a dock soon out of the lake, and we have no power. And I'm going to be using a concrete mixer with this machine, and we're going to see if that works. We're also going to run some power tools with it. So stay tuned if you want to see it, but the entire camper is running on it right now. I think that's pretty impressive and pretty cool.